Hello, the people of God. This is Pastor Jerry. Today, we want to talk about a very powerful prophet in the Old Testament. The prophet being Prophet Elijah, otherwise known as Elias. And Elijah actually means Jehovah is God. He was born in Tishbe in the region of Gilad in ancient Palestine. He was a Benjamite, the son of Jeroham. If you read the book of First Chronicle chapter 8, verse 27, he was also known, not much is known about his early life and how he was anointed into the ministry. However, he was one of those prophets that is reckoned to have used the use of fire, okay, against the enemies of God. If you read the book of First King chapter 18 verse 19 to 40 and Second King chapter 1 verse 9 to 12, and not only that, his ministry covered the reigns of King Ahab, Ahijah, and Jehoram during the first half of 19th century. He confronted Ahab, Jezebel, and the prophet of Baal in a display of wits of power that you can find in the book of First King chapter 18 verse 21. He was a rare prophet whose declaration had the backing of heaven. And what were the achievements of Elijah? He was the first prophet to have brought fire from heaven, and he also set up the school of prophets. If you read the book of 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 7, he prepared his successor with double anointing, the successor being Elisha, and he challenged King Ahab and Jezebel and other adulterous practices. Okay, he was able to turn the heart of the people from idol worship to that of God, and he was also the first prophet to have been taken to heaven in a whirlwind, and he was also present in the Mount of Transfiguration with Moses and Jesus. Uh, uh, himself being representing the prophet, while Moses represented the law, and Jesus represented grace. Okay? And what are the miracles that Elijah performed? One, he called for drought for 3.5 years. If you read the book of First King chapter 17, verse 1 to 6, and he was also fed by raven. First King chapter 17, verse 4, and they also performed the miracle of meal and a cruse of oil in First King chapter 17, verse 14. He also raised up the life of a widow's son in First King chapter 17, verse 22. And he also called fire from heaven on the altar, First King chapter 18, verse 38. And he was instrumental in opening the heaven for rain, First King chapter 18, verse 45. And he also prophesied that Ahab's son will all be destroyed, First King chapter 21, verse 23. He also prophesied that Jezebel will be eaten by dog, First King chapter 21, verse 23. He also prophesied that Ahijah will die of illness, Second King chapter 1, verse 4. And he also called fire from heaven upon the first 50 soldiers, Second Kings chapter 1, verse 10. And the other thing is that he also uh, spoke to River Jordan, and the thing parted into two. That you can find in the book of Second Kings chapter 2, verse 8. And he also is a prophecy on Elijah came to pass in that when he asked for double anointing, and the double anointing was given to him without any delay, and he was also caught in heaven in a whirlwind. Is First King chapter 2 verse 11. Of course, just like every normal human being, he had his own pitfall. His only pitfall or how to do with him being a lone ranger. That was why when Jezebel confronted him, he had to run for his dear life. If he had actually raised some other people to be of maybe near anointing, they would have been able to team up and go to defeat Jezebel. I want to believe that you have been blessed through this video. If that be so, kindly share. God bless you.